What's up, guys? Thanks so much for clicking on the video. My name is Leah, and baby, let's get into the drama of it all because we have a lot to talk about. So let's get into it. So first up, let's talk about Marcus. Marcus. So this was posted on August the 7th, and it says this, and it's by The Art of Dialogue, and they got pictures. It says Marcus Jordan, son of legendary NBA player Michael Jordan, was seen snorting a white powder during a poolside lunch in the south of France. The 33-year-old appeared focused as he did so, then smiled and chatted with friends. Marcus. These pictures are too clear, Marcus. Like, you don't even have reasonable doubt that that's not even you. Like, when I saw this, all I could think about is Mariah from Married to Medicine during that reunion. Cocaine. I wasn't shocked by it. I was very surprised, but I wasn't shocked because with the lifestyle that Marcus grew up in, as well as the access to wealth that he has, I'm not surprised that he might dibble and dabble in the sugar. You know what I'm saying? But what I was more surprised about was him doing it out in the open. It looked like they were at a nice hotel, not like a private villa. And I'm just like, why are you doing this by the pool, sir? Because the way the pictures are taking, it looks like an aerial shot. So somebody was at a higher vantage point and took those pictures. I don't get why he did that. It's like you could have did that in your hotel room and then walked down to the pool, unless you was meeting your dealer at the pool, and then you could have took yourself to the bathroom like the demure girls do, because they're very mindful, they're very cutesy. You know what I'm saying? You didn't do that. It was just But I don't even think Larsa and Marcus are together, because I saw a lot of people bringing up the new season of Real Housewives of Miami. But I saw people online saying that allegedly the girl that was sitting poolside with him, or who he was there with, is the new girl that he's dating. But who knows? All I know is, Marcus, you got to be careful. Because being on Real Housewives of Miami did you a favor, because nobody knew who you were. I know I didn't. I knew Michael Jordan had kids, but I didn't know what his kids look like. And now that you have that visibility, you need to be a lot more cautious with the way you act in public. Snorting sugar in public, that's not a cute look, sir. So next, let's talk about Garcelle. So Garcelle was on the Jeff Lewis podcast, and she teased that Dorit has been pretty much on one this entire season while they've been filming. This is coming from Queens of Bravo, and this was posted on August the 8th. So they said this: on Jeff Lewis Live, Garcelle teased Dorit is on fire, and I think it's because a lot of things are going on. When Jeff asked, is Dorit being a super bitch, Garcelle nodded yes and said she was activated this season. And then they were like, is season 7 Dorit back? So I have the audio for that, so let me play it for you.
Not allowed to say a lot, but she is on fire. And I think that's because a lot of things are going on with her.
In a good way or a bad way? Are we gonna like her more, or are we gonna dislike her more?
Well, it depends on where you start.
Okay.
Right?
Because I guess the way that I was interpreting it,
yeah,
when you're talking a little about the season, and there's obviously things I cannot say, but my interpretation was that she was like super bitch this season. Okay, so you're nodding yes.
I mean, I like that she's activated. Things are going on in her life, and she's not cowering.
Yes, agree. She's definitely activated, and you know where it's coming from. There's a lot going on.
Lots going on.
Yeah, there's lots going on.
Okay.
But everybody has stuff going on, right? So are we going to excuse that?
I'm actually looking forward to an activated Dorit. And I hope she going after Kyle, because I feel like Kyle is the one that deserves all her smoke. When it came to the whole Garcelle situation, I was more on Garcelle's side than Dorit. But when it came to Kyle versus Dorit, I was totally on Dorit's side, because I felt as though Kyle played in her face and was really trying to diminish their friendship. And then the move she pulled at the reunion, I was over it, and I wanted Dorit to cuss that lady out. So I hope she's giving Kyle all the the smoke. And I also hope if old Dorit is coming back, like the her early seasons Dorit, then I think that's good for her, because I feel like the Dorit that we have now is not Dorit. I feel like it is a caricature of herself. Like, she morphed into what the public wanted to be more palatable, and it's like I can't respect that. Like, even like case in point, I do not like Tamra Judge. I think that lady is the pits, okay? But I can respect the fact that no matter what the public says, she moves the way she wants to move. She is not like shamed, or what's the word? She won't morph into their like, she is not like, she doesn't bend the public opinion. That's what I want to say. And I feel like that makes it easier for you to be a housewife when you don't bend the public opinion, because the fans shift every season and they turn on the fan favorites more times than not. So you might as well be yourself and keep it pushing. But I am looking forward to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, especially with Jennifer Tilly, because it looks like she's more of a housewife than a friend of. So let's talk about Real Housewives of New York. So today on August the 13th, the trailer for Real Housewives of New York dropped. And I'm going to be honest, the trailer really wasn't giving what I think it was supposed to give. This whole pigeon lady calling somebody a pigeon talk, I feel like it's going to work my nerves next season. But I am interested in seeing two storylines. The fallout between Uba and Brynn. And I can't lie, Brynn was whacking Uba, okay? She said, girl, you're not a Giselle. You're not a Naomi. Then she said, girl, all you model for is Dress Barn. I said, ooh. Okay. But I wonder what caused the rift in their relationship. And then you see Uba call, I think, Brynn a snake. So I'm interested in seeing the breakdown in that relationship, as well as it looks like Sai and Uba are going to be linked up, because it seems like they have gotten closer. So it might be Sai and Uba versus everybody else on the cast, but I'm interested to see it. As well as I want to know what's going on with Erin and her husband, because last season y'all were doing this huge vow renewal, and now we get to this season, season 15, and girl, you breaking down on the couch going into convulsions. Because that man lied to you. But I did hear the streets was saying that Abe give that he liked to cheat. But I don't know if that's true. That's what the streets were saying, okay? But if I had to rate the trailer, I would give it, on a scale of 1 to 10, probably a 6. Because it wasn't bad, but it definitely didn't excite me. Like I said, Uba and Brynn are going to be beefing, as well as it looks like Sai and Uba have gotten a lot closer. Well, somebody was talking about how Uba was throwing hella shade on Twitter, and so I went to Uba's Instagram, as she really was. So she reposted a picture that Sai had already posted on her Insta story, and the caption was, "Time flies when you're having a luxurious time," and then they have like toilet tissue emojis, and in the picture you have Uba with a toilet paper roll on top of her head, and then Sai is wiping her lips, and it looks like they're sitting out on a terrace. And then Uba responds by saying, "Sai, we are surrounded and dealing with so much." And then she used the poop emoji. She said, I think she meant, "It is right we walk around with @Charmin." So I don't know if they got a Charmin endorsement or if this was just, it was definitely them throwing shade, but I'm interested to see like what this is pertaining to. Then the next part of her Insta story, she reposted the trailer for Real Housewives of New York, and somebody, I guess, got in her comments saying, "You model for Dress Barn," and they used a laughing emoji. And Uba said, "Just to clarify, my @Dress Barn day rate could easily cover 6 months of her cheap rent, no view apartment rental. XOXO Uba." And that was definitely shade towards Brynn. So I definitely want to know what was the breakdown in their relationship, because it seemed like Brynn and Uba, I don't think they were like buddy, but they like to have fun together. So I wonder what really triggered this situation. So the last thing I want to talk about as it pertains to Real Housewives of New York is their cast photo looks, because some of them eat and some of them don't. So first up, Jenna. I know Jenna is a part of the fashion industry. She is a legend in the game, but this is hideous on her. And I don't get it, y'all. I really don't get it. I know the girlies eat up what she wears, like the whole jean aesthetic. That just doesn't do it for me. And I'm not a fashion girly, so maybe I just don't get it, but I don't understand the purpose of wearing heels with socks. In a leather dress. It don't work for me. Then we have Bryn. I think Bryn looks pretty, but Bryn always gives me like 1950s, imitation of life energy, because she looks beautiful, but I'm just like, when we gonna step into 2024? Give me that. Then we have Sai. I think Sai looks gorgeous. Like she was really in her top model bag with this pose, with the way the dress is flaring. She looks pretty. Then we have Jessel. I like Jessel's outfit. I don't know about the jewelry on top of the glove, but it gives Jessel. I feel like this is not too far-fetched that Jessel would wear. I'm loving this short haircut on her. Then let's go to Erin. Out of everybody, I thought Erin looked the best. This is so sexy. And y'all know, if you watch my reviews for last season of Real Housewives of New York, I am not a fan of Erin, but she looks gorgeous right here. Like I saw this, I said, come on, Erin. Come on, Jennifer Aniston. Okay, come on, body, because her body looks amazing. Her body looks great. The new lady. She looks nice. This outfit is, and maybe it's the pose, because in the cast photo, the dress looks way better. But I don't know, this pose is given like pedestrian. Like, she's beautiful, but this is given like, I wear this to the bar after work type of energy, because she is I think she's an art curator, or maybe she owns art galleries. But this is given like she wears this on a regular basis. I want more. So then we have Uba. I think Uba looks really nice too. This is giving very much like, this is giving sophisticated. I like it. And plus Uba's just really pretty. And then the new lady, I think her name's Rebecca. I don't know why they got her sitting on top of the fireplace. I don't like this pose. I mean, she looks nice, but it's kind of giving the same thing for the other new girl. I don't know. This looks like business casual compared to what Uba has on, and maybe it's because Uba's what's it called? Her suit dress is like, it has this plunging neckline. It looks more sexier to me. Whereas what the new lady has on, I think her name's Rebecca. It's just giving office chic, and I don't know, But leave your thoughts below about the outfits. So let's move over to Married to Medicine just a little bit. So it looks like Sweet Tea is calling out the backstabbers. So this was posted on August the 12th, and it says this: never worry about the backstabbers. They are people that find fault in your life instead of fixing theirs. So while they are watching, you be sure to sharpen your tools and be ready for the attack. And then she has hashtag Married to Med, hashtag season 11, hashtag age gap, hashtag the misses, hashtag sweet FNT. I don't get why she has hashtag the missus or hashtag age gap. Girl, we know you married to Greg, and we also know there's a big age gap. I don't know why she put that in there. But I wonder who she's talking about. I hope it's not Dr. Heavenly, because I'm just like, girl, she already gave you that. So why? Who else? I wonder who else she could be talking to. Maybe Toya, or maybe Simone, because it seemed like Toya and Simone were the nicest to Sweet Tea last season. But maybe she feels like people switching up now that Quad is full time. But I also remember I think I spoke about this in one of the DramA videos, where it was alleged, or the rumor was, that Quad's new boyfriend was no longer allowed to film because him and Gregory got into it. And maybe everybody, if it is true, took the boyfriend's side and not Greg's side. But who truly knows? I just thought that was interesting, because I'm like, who backstabbed you? But also, I'm looking forward to seeing the new season of Married to Medicine. So let's talk about a little bit of Real Housewives of New Jersey news. So it looks like the Gorgas and the Fudas are teaming up for a new business venture. So this was posted on August the 8th, and it says the Gorgas and the Fudas have teamed up for a new business venture. The new company was founded by the 4 RHONJ stars, Rachel, John, Melissa, and Joe Gorga, and the studio will redefine salon experience, offering a fusion of luxury, creativity, and community. Hashtag RHONJ, source, monsters, and critics. And so this is coming from a page called Glam Studio, and it says the Gorgas and the Fudas have joined forces to bring you a groundbreaking opportunity in New Ward, New Jersey. Glam Studio is here to revolutionize the beauty industry, offering a modern upscale studio designed for ambitious entrepreneurs like you. Are you ready to take your beauty business to the next level? Secure your suite today and be a part of RHONJ Beauty Revolution. Spaces are very limited. So this to me is interesting. I think it's smart because beauty is $1 million business, but I also think it's stupid at the same time, more so on the Fuda side, because although I don't really like John and I don't see it for Rachel, I do feel as though they shouldn't mix their businesses with Joe, especially after hearing all the things I've heard about Joe and how he does business with his construction business. I'm like, you sure y'all want to do that? Because it seems like what John does is very like lucrative, and it sets him and Rachel and his kids up very good. But I don't know, but it definitely seems like everyone got the pink slip and is trying to push their 15 minutes of fame as far as they can take it. And I say, do what you got to do, because I ended up seeing that later. Then I saw this post from Melissa where it says this, and I think she posted this the day of the actual, what's it called? The actual episode, and it says, my team, Melissa Peeps, I do this show for many reasons, but I need to take a minute before season 14 is over and tell you all how much you all mean to me for the last 14 years. You all are so amazing, and as always, keep me going. It's not always easy staying in my own lane, keeping it classy. Sometimes I want to lose my SHIT, trust me, and I do know I have times. I think she meant at times, but I do go into this as something I appreciate, something that I believe could be inspiring through all the time, the good times and the bad times. It's time to keep Jersey moving forward. I love you very much, Melissa. That gives a goodbye speech. So I guess she realized that they're not bringing her back, or she knows that like it's a pretty slim chance that she might come back. So doing this business venture and coupled with her having envy is smart, but I just, something about Joe I just ain't never clicked with. And then congratulations are in order to Rachel and John. This was posted by People a few days ago, and it says Rachel Fuda and John Fuda are expanding their family. The Real Housewives of New Jersey couple is expecting a new baby. In addition, will join their 3 other kids. We are so excited. Rachel says exclusively of the happy news. We are ready to be a party of 6. I mean, good luck to her. I do hope she has a positive birthing experience, because people, women are not faring very well when it comes to having a baby, especially in this country. But I do hope like her and John are happy with their family. And who knows, I saw this tweet that Carlos King did about who he thinks they're going to bring back, which I think he said Teresa, Danielle, and Dolores. But I think they would have a better chance of bringing back Rachel, possibly Danielle, maybe Teresa, and maybe Dolores and Jennifer Fessler. But congratulations are in order to them. So rounding the video out, let's get into an Atlanta update. So first, we have to send prayers and condolences and, positive vibes out to Portia's family. This was posted on Sunday, which would be August the think it's the 11th. Yes, August the 11th. Unfortunately, Portia's cousin Londi has passed away. And when I saw this, I was so like taken aback because I really enjoyed her on Portia Family Matters. So to hear that she passed away was actually like really sad. But Portia posted this to her Instagram where it says, "So it's true, when all is said and done, grief is the price we pay for love. EA," I do not know how to say this person's last name, so I will not, because I don't want to butcher it. It says, "Londi, you were our best friend, our sister, our aunt, our cousin, and so much more. Your life was a blessing, your memory a treasure, and you are loved beyond words and will be missed beyond measure. The impact and value you provided all of us during your time here was tremendous. But we know that your spirit will always be with us every day, guiding us through this difficult time. And what still is to come. For that, we're eternally grateful. Love you always, dear baby cousin, R.I.P." And then she added Londi's name. I don't know what happened. Sometimes it's better not to pry, but I do hope that Portia and her family is okay. Like, I was so surprised to see that on Twitter. I was like, oh my gosh. But again, prayers and condolences to Portia's family, to Londi's family, to everybody that knew her and loved and supported her. So in lighter news, let's talk about annoying ass Mark. So Mark decided to hop on to his Instagram and talk about his feelings about Kenya and Andy. So he basically said that Andy Cohen did Kenya dirty and called Andy the snake in chief. So let me play the clip for you guys.
The producers and Mr. Cohen. The snake in chief. You guys know that, right? See how they did Kenya dirty? And you know what's funny? Everyone said, "Oh, Mark, you this, Mark, you that." You know what? If I was there, it would never had that crazy. A husband sometimes got to stand up the same way a wife has to protect her husband if he's going off the rails. If I would have never let that happen, you always said, "Oh, he's bossing him around," but she still would have got a check. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just life.
I'm not giving Mark credit. I saw too many people in his comments or the comments of this video being like, "Yeah, Mark, yeah." And I'm like, shut up. Because his voice, like, he is a dick. I know he's a dick. That video alone lets me know that he is an asshole. All that laughing, that wouldn't have happened if I was there. He's a snake in chief. You know that, right? Shut up, bro. Shut up. Honestly, do I think Andy has his ways? Most definitely. They all do. Okay. They all do. But I also can't take ownership away from Kenya. Even though I think they did Kenya dirty, Kenya has to take ownership and realize that, girl, you've been doing this show for how long and they always play in your face. You got to move smarter. You know what I mean? I also feel like for Mark to try to position himself like he is like such this good guy and Kenya wouldn't have did that if he was there. No, because you were treating her horribly and you know that lady just wants to be loved and she wanted to have a happy family, something that she didn't grow up with, a happy family unit, and you played in that lady's face. You played in that lady's face for so long, even down to this divorce situation. So I don't want to hear nothing of what he has to say. So let's move on to our last topic of Brit and Kelli. So it looks like the friendship is in trouble. So this was posted by the RHOA Talk on August the 11th, and it said, "Looks like newbies Brit and Kelli have unfollowed each other," and they haven't posted. Neither one of them are following each other. So then people caught them shading one another or throwing subliminals at each other through their Instagram stories. So Kelli posted this: "If you're gonna fold because you're mad at me, I don't want it. Loyalty overrides emotions." Then she also said, shade coming from a tree bearing no fruit should never bother you. Ooh. And then Brit said this: "Crazy how peaceful life becomes when you realize it's not your responsibility to regulate other people's emotions, manage their insecurities, pacify their inner wars, heal their wounds, or do their inner work and be the version of you in their mind." So I wonder what happened. because they were supposed to be like the new freaking frat, and the season's not even over yet. They're not friends anymore, or they're beefing right now. So I wonder if they'll be able to come back together. But I am curious because I've seen like maybe 1 or 2 Brit and Kelli fan pages, and I wonder how they feeling. Like, do they have to pick a side, or are they going to continue to post both ladies? But yeah, y'all, that is it. That is all. Remember to be bravely authentic, and definitely hop down in those comments below. And I'm out, y'all. Deuces.